Good morning and welcome, everybody. Good morning. Happy to have you here today. It's 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday morning, and I'm really happy that you're here today. Today is our day 7. How wonderful is that? It's day 7. I'm trying to set up our chat. Just give me a second as I say hello. All right. Good to have you here today. Good morning, everybody. Wow, it's 7 days. It's 7 full days that you have spent 15 minutes with me in the morning. That's really wonderful. Kudos to you for making this happen. So, today, our topic for today is the person you are becoming. So, who are you and what are you becoming? Well, that's a question that we can answer a little later after 21 days. But for today, I'd like you to think about the 7 days that have gone past and look at the 15 minutes each day that you have put in and see how much has changed. Little bits, tiny bits of change. So, this is what I do, what I apply in my life as well. I make sure that I don't take on things that are too big for me because I really find that this is an easier way to function. So, maybe whether I do my own cooking and I love to cook, right? So I will make sure that there's something prepared and ready in the evening that I can make very quickly in the morning. If it has to do with pottering around my home and cleaning up little bits, I always make sure that, okay, I'm going to do one shelf at a time, not the whole cupboard, because it doesn't make sense. It takes up a lot of your time. So, but, even if you're looking at, okay, this surface is cluttered, like a table is cluttered, maybe the first thing that we should do that makes it easier for us is to clear up the space, put things away at a place it's not visible, and then take out bit by bit and sort it, right? So, similarly, what I have been seeing is that when we apply 15 minutes a day to ourselves to change something, whether it is the speed of your writing, whether it's your handwriting, which I love to do, by the way. I keep doing practicing cursive writing. I don't do calligraphy, but I do cursive writing and I enjoy it, right? Or it is, clay molding, whatever you like to do in your free time. Maybe it's painting. 15 minutes a day, even in a hobby, over a year is a massive amount of time. So I'd like you to consider that, and I'd like you to make sure that you continue on your journey with whatever you choose, 15 minutes at a time. Hello there. Good morning. Happy to have you here today. Do say good morning or do say hello here. It's nice to see you arrive. It's really wonderful. So, yes, about today, we're looking at how we are changing one choice at a time each day. Very simply, one choice at a time each day. So the first day we chose, right? We just decided to begin again and choose. 7 mornings ago, you just began to choose differently. So, if you've noticed what's quietly changing, I'd love for you to say what is changing in the chats here. Hi, Renu. Thank you for being here. And by the way, I promised a gift to someone, to you, if you've attended on a Saturday morning. And Renu is the person who will be receiving the gift for attending regularly. Let's applaud her. Thank you, Renu, for making this choice. Thank you for making this choice. So, as we prepare for the day, let's just take three nice deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe in with me, and breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. You're most welcome, Renu. I will be reaching out to you today. You definitely are most welcome. So, as we slow down our thoughts for today by taking a deep breath, I'd like to ask you if you've ever picked up an older photograph of yours, maybe from 5 years ago, and you've taken a look at it and you smiled and thought to yourself, I've changed. Have you? Have you looked at a photograph and thought, I've changed? When did that happen? Nobody knows. Nobody knows when you changed because nobody notices growth. Growth is something that happens in whispers, silently, all the time, right? So if you look at your facial features, you will see that there's a change. If you look at who you are as a person, you will see that there's a change, right? And for that change to show, oh my God, it never happens immediately. Just a second, as I put my phone on mute, I forgot to do that today. Sorry. Everything happens silently. Nature never announces. You know, if you watch a plant, you will see that a bud shows up one day. It doesn't announce that there's going to be a bud. Similarly, with us, change happens and we don't happen to notice it. It just grows on us. People don't grow overnight. Similarly, nothing in nature grows overnight. Trees don't grow overnight, right? Growth just whispers, growth happens slowly, growth happens gently. So I'd like for you to remember that. So I'm going to tell you a story today again, okay? And this story is about perspective, how we see things, okay? And this makes all the difference to how we perceive ourselves. So, there's a story about two stone cutters, both breaking stones, carrying loads, putting them away. You know, you know how it is when you have to cut stone, like you use those huge hammers and you break them and you have a wedge and you keep breaking till you can find a piece that is sizable enough for you to carry, right? Or is the size of a brick or whatever, or foundation stone, whatever size you want, right? Now these two people were approached by somebody, and this person asked them, "What are you doing?" Without looking up, one said, "Breaking rocks." He, without looking up, he just said, "Breaking rocks," right? Then this person asked the other one, other stone cutter, "What are you doing?" He wipes his face, puts down his tools, looks at him, and says, "I'm helping build a cathedral. I'm helping build a temple." Wow, the exact same work. What is the purpose? This is something we see in our line of work. People who have a purpose, people who feel like they have a purpose, whatever the purpose may be, little things, big things, however it may be, they're the ones who go further in life. One thing that I have found is with people who are aging, the one thing that's missing in them, if they're beginning to have conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's, and are feeling like they're not useful, is because they don't have a purpose themselves. They feel like everything is done. But those people, you can think of your grandparents and your great grandparents and whoever it is that you've met, those people who feel like, "Oh, I'm just here so that my grandchild has a great time. Well, I have to get ready and sit well dressed in the house because we don't know who's going to arrive. Or I have to go to the club and play a game of cards. My friends will be waiting for me." Or those who say, "I have to go for a swim. Every day I get up and I go for a swim. That is enough." Those elderly people seem to have a better life. They have a better purpose, right? So sometimes having a purpose, seeing what you're doing, as when you ask them, "Why do you go swimming?" They'll always say, "To take care of myself, to have great health." "Oh, I love being in the water and playing sports. So this is what I can do at this age. So I continue to do it. I want to be healthy so my family doesn't have to take care of me." When you hear these things, they have a bigger purpose, right? What do you think? Will you share something with me now? A yes, maybe? So it's always how we see, how we see what we do, right? So for me, something that I haven't mentioned here is to impact as many people as I can before World Mental Health Day, because I see mental health doesn't have to be looked at only as the downfall of mental health. It can be looked at as the building of mental health, as a keeping of mental health, as a priming of mental health, right? So, as many people as I can reach by Mental Health Day, I would love to do it. So, that's why I'm doing these podcasts, these live streams. Okay. So the difference is between the task and the identity about doing that task, right? So if someone is cooking, it can be, it's an everyday thing, right? So people don't see that as an effort sometimes, but it is a very big effort, especially if you're considering the nutrition of the food, especially if you're trying to create different things, right? So even there, there's a purpose. I want people to enjoy what I cook versus, oh, I'm just chopping onions. So there's a difference between how you see what happens. So every morning you join us. You aren't just attending one live stream, you're laying a foundation stone every single time you attend. You're laying a foundation stone. And every time it's one stone over another, one stone over another, and that changes things, right? Your habits introduce you long before your words do. And this is the reason why people, our parents, have told us that you behave a certain way, hold yourself a certain way, always stand straight. And definitely there's a connection between the mind and the body. So when you're slouching, your confidence goes down. I don't know if you've noticed that. And on a day when you choose to stand tall, when you're actually feeling low in confidence, it will reverse it. Try it. I've done this. I've done this experiment with people in live sessions, and I've showed them that in physical sessions. You don't become a calm person or a clearer person suddenly on one morning, right? You become calm one choice at a time. You become clear one choice at a time. So your identity isn't something that you find, it is something that you build. It is something that you practice, right? So I'm going to repeat that for you again today. Your identity is not something that you find, it is something that you build little by little over time. And many times we find that, like I said, if you look at a picture of yourself and you say, oh, that was me and I've changed so much, it is because you have chosen to build something after that, little by little. So people who've known you like 5 years before will look at you and think, oh, I never knew her. I, I mean, I know her and this is the way she behaves. She's always like this. And when they see you and they think, oh, she's so different, you're the one who notices even before them. You're like, I'm not that anymore. Please don't talk to me like that. Right? So let me give you a very, very simple thing. It can be with your clothing, the clothing you choose to wear. Like, for certain reasons, like, maybe you choose to wear a different set of clothing, right? Something that's more comfortable, something that's, uh, you know, not it's something that you can carry off very easily without having to take care of how it looks over the day. And let's say earlier you were very prim and proper in your clothings, always, picking the right things. People will look at you and say, oh, you've changed. Because that's the first thing they notice about you. What they don't notice about you at that time is the reason why you're doing that, right? You were never like this. I never saw you wearing this. Wow, yes, I'm different now. I've grown now and I'm changing now, right? Now, I'd like you to close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Sorry. As we're going through this little exercise, I'd like you to imagine that you're standing at the entrance of a beautiful garden at sunrise. Close your eyes if you can. Breathe deeply. Imagine yourself standing at the entrance of a beautiful garden at sunrise. Behind you, see the version of yourself who joined us on day one. Join the Clarity Collective on day one. Notice without judgment. Just notice. Notice with kindness. So, if there were any, notice if there were any worries they carried, the rushing, the autopilot, the endless noise, and smile at them and thank them for beginning. Now turn around and walk slowly through the garden. With every step, notice something changing. Your shoulders are softening, your breath slows down, your attention is becoming very steady, and your mind quieter. And you arrive at a mirror and you look into it, not to see perfection, to notice possibility. To notice possibility. Ask yourself, who am I becoming? Don't force an answer. Let one word arise. Any one word. So that word could be patience, it could be being present, it could be being brave, gentle, focused, hopeful, whatever it is. Just receive that one word. Receive that one word and place your hands on your heart and whisper, I am becoming. Not I've arrived, just I'm becoming. And let that feel enough. Let that feel enough. Slowly, as you come back, open your eyes. And for today's experiment, what I'd like you to do is every time you catch yourself saying, I'm just not that kind of person, I want you to ask yourself, is that who I am or just who I've been? Is that who I am or who I've been? That's it. Just one question. And watch how many old identities show up. They slowly begin to loosen their grip. They slowly begin to loosen their grip. So, thank you for being here today. Don't look for dramatic change, look for tiny evidence. That's all we need. Tiny, consistent evidence is all we need. The breath you remembered, the story you questioned, the pause you took, the gratitude you felt, the attention you reclaimed. These are those random moments. These are the random moments that show that change has been happening. They're the votes, okay? So every intentional choice is a vote for the person you're becoming. So keep voting for yourself and lead in tomorrow. We're beginning a new week tomorrow, a whole new week, and I'd love for you to continue with us over the week. We're going to discover why letting go isn't losing. Why, when you let go, you don't lose. It's actually making room, and we are going to figure how. Okay. Until then, begin again and enjoy your Sunday. Begin again and enjoy your Sunday. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. I'm so happy you made it today. Have a great day. Have a wonderful day today. Enjoy yourself. Begin again, one moment at a time. See you soon. Bye bye.